Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new episode of the BIM Podcast, episode 67. We're two away from the greatest fucking episode of all time. Episode 69 is 2 episodes away, ladies and gentlemen. We are that close. We are that close.
Isaiah.
And as always, I'm your host, Isaiah Faithful, also known as LA Faithful, with my 3 amazing, beautiful co-hosts. MG Nas, also known as Talking Sports with MG Nas. And we also got the cheesiest, most cringy, kind of cheesy B. How you doing today, young fella? And then we got the most deaf, the most blind, Bartha, also known as B-Ho. How you doing today, my guys?
Well, well, Isaiah, outside of almost dying today, I'm great.
Oh yeah, and also, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest tonight. He's been here around a couple of times. He's been around the block a couple of times. We have Mr. Donald the Couch. How you guys doing today? How you doing today, Donald?
Doing pretty good. How about you, Isaiah?
Shit, I didn't know you became. When the fuck did you become the Joker?
Don't worry about it. Some chemicals might have fallen into my hands and I became Mark Hamill's Joker. Don't worry about it.
Donnie,
Now you just sound like
Did
Shaggy.
you get the chemicals that Hayden got?
Yeah. Like, did you get the ones I got today?
A little bit stronger ones, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Oh, Isaiah got the new cut today, or the new hairstyle. I'm saying, it's ugly as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Fuck you.
That forehead's so
That is
big,
ugly.
I could drive a car down it.
Look at
I know you ain't talking, boy. I know you
77.
ain't talking, boy. I know you ain't talking.
We gonna get to the episode because we don't want to
Eventually,
embarrass Hayden today.
eventually.
We don't want to embarrass his ass.
Yeah, we won't embarrass them. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into this. NFL has been crazy the last 2 weeks, guys, and no one's safe. No one's safe. No one is safe. And I want to start us off in Florida, Miami, where Tyreek Hill, former Kansas City Chief, Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chief, Tyreek Hill is going to get traded to Miami, and quite honestly, that was quite of a shocker. But looking into it, we see what he wanted. He wanted a lot of money. Miami was going to offer him that money. They gave it to him, and they gave up a lot of capital for
There you
him.
go.
And they got him. Honestly, it's a win-win for both sides. I like how the Chiefs stay relevant. They keep money. They can bolster up other positions that they need. Wide receiver necessarily isn't their biggest concern right now. You could say corner's their biggest concern. A lot of defensive positions is their biggest concern, especially at the safety spot. You still need a safety guy with Sorensen. Sorensen is that how you say it? Is now gone. He went to New Orleans
Thank
earlier
God.
today.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank
Very
God.
terrible. Very terrible.
Fuck.
And looking at the market right now, you still could bring back some players. I mean, the Tyrone Matthew could still come by. You could bring back the Honey Badger. You have a lot of cap space, and not only having that this year, you have it for the next 3 years. You will have $70 million for the next 3 years in cap space because of you not wanting to keep Tyreek Hill. That was a great move by you guys. You got a first-round pick, a second-round pick, a third, and I believe a fourth and a fifth?
A fourth and a sixth.
A fourth and a sixth.
2023.
Yeah, very, very good right there.
Very good. Very good indeed.
So, going through it, B-Hub, how do you feel about this whole situation going down with this trade?
It was a crazy fiasco because within like 2 hours, he was traded and going to Miami. Like the first part of it, I woke up to Tyreek Hill being like, well, they're pretty much reporting that he's going to get traded soon. And the Jets in Miami was the options. And then like 30 minutes later, we get the notification that Tyreek Hill has been traded to Miami. And it, like, thinking about it first, I'm like, a top 3 receiver getting traded, you got to get something good. And they won this trade, in my opinion, because they got more for Tyreek Hill than the Packers got for, Devontae Adams. And I can see why they got more, because Tyreek Hill is more of a game-changing threat. The Chiefs pretty much made his career because no one else was going to pretty much give him a shot. Because they drafted him in, the 5th or 6th round?
A 6th round pick. Or,
Yeah.
6th round pick.
And Andy
Fifth?
Reid,
Oh,
Andy
fifth. My
Reid
bad.
made his career pretty much, and hey, I hope it works in Miami, but we don't know about Tua. And I like how they're really building around Tua, giving them all the options. They recently paid Teron Armstead. They got a lot of offensive linemen for him, and that AFC East is going to be a tough two-man race, in my opinion, with the Patriots and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But I think the Chiefs win because they get draft capital, they get money, and you still have Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball because he makes any receiver look good. So good job, Kansas City, and Miami pretty much had to do this.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a great deal for the Dolphins because they're saying, "Hey, Tua, our coach now, he believes in you. He thinks you can be the guy to get it done. He's not like Brian Flores. I almost said Bryn. He's not like Flores, who wanted to get rid of Tua. Like, obviously wanted to get rid of Tua. The organization shows Tua saying, hey, you're so a guy. We believe in you. We're going to build up that O-line for you. We're going to give you another number one option and see how you do. There's no more excuses. No more, if Tua fucks up, it's done. He's bye-bye. Because you have a top 5 left tackle now. You have a top 2 wideout. He ain't 2 in my opinion, but still.
Top 5.
Hey, you heard me. You heard what I just said, but you got Tyreek Hill. You still got Jalen Waddle, who is a top 15 wideout, in my opinion. You still got Devontae Parker. You lose Will Fuller, but it's Will Fuller.
Don't forget, they have Mike Gesicki, who's
and
hell
you
of a
got
tight
Mike
end.
Gesicki, a top 5, arguably top 5 tight end in the league.
Honestly, the 1, 2, and 3 for tight ends, I feel like are the same. I feel like for tight ends, anybody you could intertwine anybody from that 4th to 10th spot.
Exactly. And don't forget, you still got a top 10 defense down there in Miami, who might even add another former Chief.
I think it was a good deal for both sides. When you look at the Chiefs, they got a lot of capital, and I was a guy when this trade first happened, even before. I feel like this is going to happen eventually, because honestly, we all make jokes about the cap. It's fake,
Yeah.
and listen, one thing about the cap, you can manipulate it to a certain extent, but it gets to a certain point where the cap will come in to bite you. The Chiefs, if they didn't get it done now, and they did pay Hill, it was going to bite them hard years down the road. So I'm glad that they got it done. I'm glad that it was a peaceful breakup. They got great draft capital out of one of the best receivers in the league. You got a 3-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler. And Hill is just going to be amazing for Miami. They have the most explosive receiving core in the league. We all know what Jalen Waddle can do when it comes to explosive plays after the catch, quick, fast route running. Then you got Tyreek Hill, the fastest receiver in the league, one of the most athletic players in football. Basically led the league in receptions with 111, had 1,200 yards, almost 10 touchdowns. So, I mean, the statistics are there, the skill is there. The dynamic is there. He changes your offense. He gives Tua a weapon that he can use deep down the field, in the middle of the field, because Tyreek Hill is a freak of nature. He can get open at any part of the field, and you can use him behind the line of scrimmage, motion him out, keep the defense guessing. And then, like I said, you got a guy like Jalen Waddle who put up 1,000 yards in his rookie year. Next to that, who's also explosive. This Miami team is going to be something fun to watch. They also got Raheem Mostert, one of the fastest running backs in the league. I know he's not the best option, but he is one of the fastest. So a lot of explosiveness in that Miami offense. Tua has to use his weapons. He's not going to be, a lot of people think, oh, you just got to throw it deep now that you have Tyreek Hill. No, you can throw those quick intermediate passes because he has a receiving core and running backs who can do things after the catch because of the explosiveness. So you got a great offensive line now in Miami. So the defense, I mean, you got Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. If they stick together, they're going to be a great cornerback tandem. So it's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going great for Miami. And Tua, a lot of people are saying there's no excuses for him, so it's time for him to show up. So, But let's get the Chiefs fan perspective on this. Our special guest, Donnie the Couch. What is your thoughts on this? What was your reaction when this trade happened?
It was pretty sad. at first to see the best wide receiver in football go like that. It's hard to replace a guy like that,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. But I wasn't. Even if you're prime Jerry Rice, I'm not paying you $30 million a year to play wide receiver. And I feel like getting 5 draft picks back and so much cap space allows us to really be flexible and extends our window by another 5 years if we hit this draft. If we hit this draft right,
I swear.
we've already taken to adding to the wide receiving core with Marquez Valdez Scantling,
Treat him good.
who's a piece, who's a piece to the puzzle of replacing Tyreek Hill. We've also been in talks with trading for Laviska Shenault, and there's been a lot of things we're going to do. I expect us to do what the Bills did, heavily invest in the defense, but not completely neglect the offense and let Mahomes do the work instead of overpaying for weapons like Tyreek Hill
Yeah.
and diversify the offense and rather have still, the two top options. Like, whenever Kelsey and Hill got bracketed or doubled, the offense was stagnant. And that's not probably going to happen because we're going to have 4 or 5 wide receivers that could do each one of the things that Hill did, but can stretch a defense even more because now you have to cover each spot of the field because you have multiple wide receivers instead of one wide receiver.
Because you guys still got Juju. You have McCole Hartman. Added MVS, who is a big speedster, and his traits will fit Patrick Mahomes better than it fit Rodgers. I'm saying that now. And let's not forget, you have the best fucking tight end in the league.
Please don't
Fuck you, second best tight end.
Like, y'all are fine. But Donnie, one thing we have in common, State Farm cannot protect our QBs from losing their best wideout.
All right.
So I have a quick take about this.
Okay.
When it comes to the Chiefs wide receiving core, you signed Juju Smith-Schuster. That's cool. I mean, I don't really care for Juju. He's gonna get his receptions.
Yeah.
He's gonna have his moments. I mean, you got MVS. Don't really care for him either. But it's time for this one guy in your receiving core, and I think Donnie knows where I'm going to go with this. Who has to just break out, or else it's going to be Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman had a lot of promise in his first year, 2019. Had 538 yards, 6 touchdowns, and he hasn't really gotten better. He hasn't gotten worse. Next year, he improved to 560. Then this past season, has 693, so almost 700. But he hasn't gotten significantly better like the Chiefs would hope. Now, you're in an open receiving core. Anyone can be the number one on any given night now because you don't have Tyreek Hill there taking a lot of the targets. So I'm looking for a guy like Mecole Hardman to kind of have an increase in value, increase in production. I want to see him, obviously, you got to catch the ball. I want to see him be more consistent. Sometimes Mecole Hardman could be a game changer with his speed, what he can do in the kick return game, what he can do behind the backfield. But I want to see him be more consistent because he is going to have to do a lot more with his speed because now that Tyreek Hill is gone, you lose the fastest player in the league. So I'm looking for Mecole Hardman to step up. I'm looking for him to go from 690 yards to maybe 890, maybe go from 2 touchdowns this past season to 6, just stuff like that, just to show that you're improving, you're increasing your production because that is a big hole in your offense. And even though you could draft a wide receiver, he's still a rookie. So you're going to need a guy like Mecole Hardman, who's been in the league now, who knows the system, to finally take that leap like I thought he would after his first rookie year, which is very promising. So I just want Mecole Hardman to take a big step because I think he has the tools there. I just want to see him do it consistently and see what happens.
I agree. Donnie, I have a question. How would you feel if you took the Jets offer? For those who do not know, the Chiefs would have gave the Jets they would have gotten back 2 second-round picks, and the Jets Tyreek Hill. How would you feel if you got 2 second-round picks instead of the first and the second?
Can you censor out parts of the podcast?
No.
Okay. Pretty bad. Yeah, that's a much more tamer answer than what I was going for. Yeah, pretty bad. That was not a good offer. We took a better offer available, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that before I get really into dark territory.
So the trade would have been that the Chiefs would have received the number 35, the number 38, and the 69th pick in the draft. Yeah. The Jets would have gotten Tyreek Hill and pick number 103 in the draft.
103 as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I just want to say shout out to Miami and Tyreek Hill. Because Tyreek Hill picked the Dolphins, and the Dolphins came out of nowhere the next day to give you that.
Yeah.
But also, you signed another wide receiver earlier in this weekend's mail. What wasn't it? Was
Juju Schuster,
no. This week they signed. Who
Marquez
did you
Valdez
sign?
Scantling?
Marcus
Marcus Valdez
Valdez-Scantling.
Scantling.
Marcus
MVS.
Valdez-Scantling and VS. There you go. So I mean, again, I still believe that cornerback isn't your. I mean, not cornerback. Your wide receiver is your biggest concern. I feel like you guys getting a big body running back in this draft would probably help out this help out this team. And not only that, this is the most stacked wide receiving core in a minute. So I mean, why not take advantage of it? Getting a first round pick like that, you could get a guy like a Christian Watson, and just keep bolstering up your team. I mean, you guys are getting younger. I mean, in a way, some people are going to say you're getting worse by getting younger, but you're a contender. Getting younger is better while your team still around is good. So I mean, good for you guys getting all
Yeah.
those draft picks.
I want to say
Just give me
this.
Jameson Williams and I'll come.
Hey. Hey, he's going to go to us if Traylon Burks isn't there. Okay?
Oh, God.
I want Traylon Burks. That's the guy I want.
Okay.
This dude brings up the Packers in every
No,
topic.
Donnie. Someone who I think will be great for your defense if he falls to you is Kobe Dean.
I want Jameson Williams. This is not a conversation. Jameson Williams will be a Chief.
What if you get Jameson Williams, and who would you want with the second pick in the first round?
Boya Mafe, I think is his name. Boya Mafe.
Look him up.
Yeah, that's his name.
Just look him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. He's an edge out of Bumblefuck University.
So,
That's pretty good.
what would you say your biggest need is? With
Edge rusher. Edge rusher.
You want to know why?
Edge rusher.
I think
Because of hold on. The reason why is because of Frank Clark was not good last year, especially the first half of the season.
Why do you bring this up? He's not good.
Do you guys still have Melvin Ingram?
No, he's a free agent. But we're going to probably resign him back.
Okay. If you get him with a good rookie, that'll help out the rookie a lot. If you can bring Melvin Ingram back.
All right,
yeah, so that's why in round one I want to double dip at edge, and then I want to get a wide receiver round two. Yeah.
A wideout I want you to watch for round two, David Bell.
David Bell.
All
right, and the NFL. I mean, the way everything is going, the way we see all these trades happening, how the AFC is getting better. There's still a lot of good free agents into this free agency market that haven't been picked up. Bobby Wagner being a significant guy that I believe should have been already signed as soon as he got released from Seattle. You have Stephon Gilmore for some reason, an odd reason why he's still on the board. You have a guy OBJ. You got Tyrann Mathieu. You have Julio Jones, Jadeveon Clowney. You also got Campbell. You have a lot of these guys that still have it on the team. So I wanna ask you guys this. If there was one free agent out of all the free agents right now, which free agent would you want your team to pick up?
Julio Jones.
And we'll start off with Donnie.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner.
Okay.
Why Bobby Wagner? Why Bobby?
Why
Bobby?
Because Bobby Wagner.
Why?
It's a very good explanation.
Because we would make us the best linebacker core in the NFL.
Okay. Isaiah, let me guess yours. Okay.
No. MG, go ahead. Who would you want?
Well, first off, Donnie, I like your Bobby Wagner pick. I'm not going to go that for the Eagles, but people don't know Bobby Wagner had a career high in tackles and career high in solo tackles this year.
And everybody still thinks he's in decline.
Don't know how he had his career high in years, but I want Tyrann Mathieu. The reason why I don't want Bobby, or I would like Bobby Wagner, obviously, but the reason why I want him over Byron, I call him Byron. The reason why I want Mathieu over Bobby Wagner is because we're probably going to draft a linebacker, and Kobe Dean or Devin Lloyd. Whereas safety, I don't know if we're going to go after that in a draft. So you get a guy like Tyrann Mathieu, replace Roddy McLeod. Mathieu is just He's a great safety. He can play the box. He can play coverage. He was the Chiefs defense. You look at the defensive rating of the Chiefs when Matthew was off the field, and then look at it when it was on the field. It was just definitely significantly just different. I mean, Tyrann Mathieu, he's not a guy who's going to be flashy with picks, but he's a gritty guy. I mean, this dude, Tyrann Mathieu, is always top 10 when it comes to safeties and tackles. Tackles for loss, assisted tackles, quarterback hits. He does it all. He doesn't get sacks, but he can get pressure on the quarterback. And like I said, he's a gritty guy. And this is what this Eagles defense needs. He's going to bring that Malcolm Jenkins back to our defense that we have missed. Malcolm Jenkins, some of you might not recognize him as a great player, but he was one of the best leaders in Eagles history when we got him from New Orleans. And we need that back in our defense. And Tyrann Mathieu is that, and he can bring the heart. He can bring that heart into our defense. And he's still a talented player, even though he's getting a little bit older. Still one of the best safeties in football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's great.
I know.
Hayden, who would you want out of the big free agencies?
I'm going to name someone you did not say. I want Jarvis Landry.
Okay.
Makes sense. It's a big need for your team right now.
Waddle is one of our biggest needs. If we want to try and at least win the North, and heck, like fans are saying, go to the Super Bowl, I've been seeing, we got to get a veteran Waddle and draft someone like Traylon Burks, Jahan Dotson. I know Donnie's gonna hate this, but Jamison Williams. If we want to do that, we gotta get like a veteran in this locker room, because I'll tell you this: if Alan Lazard and Randall Cobb are the like veteran, I am not gonna be confident. Like their leadership for Cobb, especially, great, but I want a veteran guy that Rodgers be like, okay, I'm not sure if the rookie can do this. I want a guy like Julio or a guy like Jarvis I can go to if I need it, and I think that's what we need. Another one, if it's not them, I don't know, because I'm pretty happy with what we have done outside of Devontae, of course. Isaiah, let me guess yours. Okay?
All right, go ahead.
Stephon Gilmore.
No.
You actually changed your mind? You don't want Gilmore?
I want Gilmore, but that's not who I really want.
Let me guess.
I know who he really wants.
Bobby Wagner.
All right. B-Hub, who do you want as a free agent?
As a team who lost their second best edge rusher, I want Jadeveon Clowney, 9 sacks last year. And he would fit Dan Quinn's system very well. The obvious pick is Bobby Wagner, but I don't see it. So, and I really don't think, of course he'll make a big impact, but he'll probably only get a 1-year deal and be gone. But I think we could get Jadeveon for 2 years, and he'll thrive under Dan Quinn's system, because we recently re-signed LVE for basically nothing. We have Micah Parsons, Jadeveon Clowney, DeMarcus Lawrence, and then we just had to shore up the secondary, and I think we could still be a solid team.
Okay.
Who do you want?
And who I want is someone that someone said in this, and I want the Honey Badger. Cornerback right now is our slimmest position. Talaho Hafunga, I can't say his whole name. Hafunga is right now our starting safety, and we did get a bunch of safety. We got a safety out of the Colts, but he's more of a special team safety. Mm-hmm. He's more on special teams, and having a guy like Tyrann Mathieu linked up with a guy like Jimmy Ward, and you want a guy that could pick the ball off. We don't have those guys right now. We don't know about Ward. He's new. He's coming in. He's very young still, so he developed that hog ball. And just the guys around, again, we don't know about Diamond Lenore. We don't know about Thomas yet. We don't know how much of a ball hawking they are.
Yeah.
And they weren't that much in college either. And to get someone like that who could go after the ball would be great for us, because we were tied last year with the Jets. No, since 2018 with the Jets with the fewest picks in the NFL. And for a team with a defense like this to have that few picks, it's quite terrible. It's quite terrible.
With a top 10 defense as well, might I add. This isn't the
top
Jets
5
defense.
Top
5, top 10. They're top 10 last year.
Actually, the best defense last year.
No.
And just imagine if they got more turnovers, so their defense would not be as tired.
Yeah.
It will benefit the defense,
And
and it will benefit the offense and a young quarterback.
Short yardage play too.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that would be someone that I'd really want. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after we got through that, let's head to the NBA. And I want to talk about the first topic. Kyrie Irving. He's going to be able to play at home now. And I am very happy for this. Yeah, my fantasy team is somewhat alive now. And very, very, very happy about this. For the Nets fans, of course, it's a very good thing for the city of New York as well. You look at this now; they have a better chance of possibly going into the playoffs and being an upset, maybe an eight. What are they right now? The eighth seed.
I want to say this though. If Kyrie Irving does go, if they play Toronto in the play-in, Kyrie Irving will not be able to play that game. I just want to get that clear.
Oh yeah, we know that. Yeah.
But I just want to say for people who doesn't know that.
Yeah, but he's gonna be able to play more games than he is, and this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Now, well, with that, I mean, there's not really much to discuss about that, but this leads into my next question.
Okay.
With that, for the East fans, how do you feel about this? Do you think the Nets are a threat going into this postseason? Could they knock out a team like Milwaukee if, say, they get the first seed? Could they knock out one of these teams that are bigger, but right now the Nets are a lower seed? Do you think you could get knocked out by this team, MG? Because you recently lost to them, I believe. You got blown out by them. How do you feel about this? Do you think you should be afraid?
I think there is a level of respect I do have for the Brooklyn Nets, even though a lot of Sixers fans are passionate. That's not the biggest thing you want to hear. But when you got a guy like Kyrie Irving in the 20 games he's played this year, he's put up 28 points per game, multiple 40-point games, and a 50 bomb this season. 60 bomb, excuse me. Let me correct myself, Mr. Irving. And I'm a big Kyrie fan. And as far as the level of fear that I have, listen, we're a championship contender for a reason. So obviously I don't have a high level of fear. But there's a lot of respect I have for the Brooklyn Nets. They still got Kevin Durant, who's putting up 29 a game this year as well. So they have elite scoring, but they still are missing Ben Simmons, who is going to add defense and add playmaking to that team. They have a questionable bench. Seth Curry, I had him on my team for a year and a half, can be hot and cold. Andre Drummond can make dumb decisions sometimes. So there's a lot of question marks with their depth. Patty Mills is getting up there in age. So as far as KD and Kyrie themselves, yes, there is a level of respect, maybe a little bit of fear, whatever you want to call it. But when it comes to the Nets as a team, they have a lot of questions with their depth. But Kyrie coming back, he adds a lot of scoring, adds some playmaking, adds different elements to their offense. So I respect Kyrie. I have a little bit of fear of him coming back and maybe lighting up a team in the first round, but their team still has questions. So I would say I probably have like 10% fear for the Brooklyn Nets because of Kyrie. 10% more than I might have already had, but so that's pretty much it.
All right.
I want to be able to go. I want to go last.
Beham, how do you feel about this right now?
When you have two superstars, of course you're going to have some fear, but I wouldn't be as fearful if they had good depth, if they had a good bench, because honestly their bench is kind of trash because of losing Joe Harris and all these guys. And I think if they go in like a 7-game series, I think they could get tired. You saw KD last year get tired in overtime against Milwaukee. So of course I'm fearful, but I don't know if I would be as worried if they had a solid overall team with a bench.
Okay. And Hayden?
I want to say this. Do I gain respect for the Nets more? Yes, because they do have their playmaker for a full series. But am I scared of them? No, because we're one of the best teams that matches up with them in the East because you got a lockdown defender in Drew Holiday who can take care of Kyrie Irving. And you still got a good defense to stop a guy like KD. So am I scared of them? Fuck no. But will I give them more respect? Yes.
Okay. And Donnie, as two outsiders looking in, how do you feel about the Nets going into the postseason with now this news? They should be getting Ben Simmons back as well going into the post.
First round exit.
First round exit?
I agree with Donnie.
Yeah.
We're going to eliminate them first round, and I want them. Bring them on.
No, I'm fucking kidding. They're gonna be probably second round exits.
Nah.
I'll say that. Yeah.
First
I
round.
don't think they're gonna be. Shut up. I
A
think they're
lot.
gonna be. No one cares. I think they're gonna be pretty damn good team. It depends. If Ben Simmons goes there and plays as bad as he did for the Sixers in the playoffs last year, he's done. He's done. Like there's no more. You're done. There's no more chances that you had him. You squandered him. You're done. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they'll fucking not to face Milwaukee round one. I don't know. Do they have to face Milwaukee or like
If it was right now, they would be playing Miami if the playoffs started today.
But
Miami looks like shit though.
Yeah,
like, they have internal shit
them
going on.
But he just lost to the Knicks. The Knicks actually.
Well, the Knicks.
Udonis Haslem wants to fuck everybody in the ass over there. I don't know what's going on.
I want to
Yeah,
say this: the East is still wide open for seed 1 through 8.
Yeah.
I think the Nets will be second round, possibly first round exits, depending on who they play.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they play Miami, they might beat them in like 6 or 7.
I can see them beating, honestly, out of these top 4 teams, Miami, Milwaukee, Philly, and Boston, I can only see them beating 2 teams in the first round, and that is Miami and Boston. No offense, Beop. Mine and MG's team, like the Bucks and Sixers, they match up better.
There's some takes that I disagree with right now. But
I really disagree with what your statement was.
I
think they could probably only beat one team in the first round. If I'm being honest,
I think
probably
that's
Miami.
That's Miami.
Oh yeah,
and
Miami.
I want to stay onto this topic as well. Now what we've seen in the last month since the All-Star break, I want to go into this question: are the Celtics the biggest threat to the East right now? How they have been looking for the last couple of weeks, how Tatum and the boys over there in Boston have been looking. And I want to start this off. I'm going to say no. Do I think they can make the NBA Finals? Of course. They're a very great team. But I feel like they tend to do this a lot. They give you that slight glimmer of hope. And then when they go in the postseason, they shit the bed. And I really, you know how I am. I'm a Lakers fan, but all biasness aside, I would love to see the Celtics, mainly Jason Tatum, win a championship because I don't want to see any of you guys win a championship. Mainly talking about Hayden here. And
I don't want to see championship guys. We're the only two.
And you guys I feel like you guys match up well with a bunch of these teams going in. I just feel like you guys just got to get rid of that fucking retarded ass ISO ball. Please.
I don't.
And then, MG, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the guys that are right behind your ass, one loss away from dropping from the 2nd to possibly the 4th seed? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
MG, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I've kept the Celtics started off 18-21 on the year, but they've picked it up since before the All-Star break. They went on a big streak. And then post All-Star break, they've kept the same. I was watching another podcast, actually, around that time where they said the Celtics actually Desean Tatum himself tends to do this a lot, where he actually starts off a lot of seasons cold. And then that post All-Star break, Tatum is just different. And I've noticed that over the last 2 years. Now, as far as the Celtics being the biggest threat, you got a lot of stacked teams in the East, especially how close the race is right now. I can't point out one specific threat. But when it comes to the Celtics, just as a team, what Ime Udoka, the head coach, has been doing since the All-Star break has been running more of a fluid offense. And when you run a fluid offense, you get Tatum, when he does get those ISO looks, it's more easier. It's more space for him to operate. Same with Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart has been a better leader than he's ever been in his career. Ime Udoka and the coaching staff called him a coach on the court. That is important for a playoff run. You look at Draymond Green. You look at guys like Dennis Rodman, who had the same coach on the court mentality, who had the same dog mentality. They helped them win championships. So I love what the Celtics are doing. Even though I'm a Sixers fan, Tatum's one of my favorite players to watch in the NBA. But one thing I do have to say about the Celtics, all kindness to them aside, over the last few years, counting the bubble, counting when they've beat us 4-1 in the semifinals, and then they lost in the conference finals. The thing about the Boston Celtics is that they can get hot in certain playoff series, but then they get cold in certain playoff series. And I can't trust that to make a finals run because over the last few years in the playoffs, it's just been one round. Oh my God, look at the Celtics. Next round,
Gets
Tatum. Oh, you show up
Kyrie
with
in
me?
the
Brown?
past. Kyrie Brown.
Or it's
Wait,
or it's
wait.
just
Hold up.
like
Hold
or
up.
it's just
Gordon
like
Hayward, you healthy?
yeah.
Hold up. Marcus Smart, you want to show up? Want to make
Or it's,
It's like it's
or
always someone messing up for the Celtics in
yeah.
playoffs. I would Tatum has a good game. Is Jalen Brown not having a good game? Is Brown having a good game? Is Marcus Smart not doing good? If it's not Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward hurts us out. And that's been repetitive of the Celtics over the last few years. And I don't know. I think until they prove to me that they can be more consistent in the playoffs, and I'm not saying my team's consistent, but the Celtics damn sure have not been consistent in the playoffs over the last few years. So I want to see them consistent in the playoffs before I can call them, the biggest threat or a team that can make because they have the talent to make a championship run. I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
I have a question for you, Isaiah, before I give my take. What do you mean by biggest threat? Like, who are they a threat to besides like the whole Eastern Conference? Because
well, I'm talking about the Eastern Conference in
like,
general.
all these teams in the East, the Bucks, Sixers, Heat. I'm not naming the Bulls since they're frauds. The Cavs, Raptors, Nets. They all could go. Like the East is so stacked this year, and you're gonna owe me $10 soon.
But my point is, they are 10-12. They're 10-12 in their last 12 games. They've lost only 2 games in the last 12 games. They're showing why they could be this great team. What my really point is just saying the way they're playing, the way that they are as a unit, the way how everybody's looking at them, they look like they are the top dogs right now. And they are looking like what Chicago was a couple of months ago.
Fraud.
They look like this unit. They're a team. They're a team. They're playing as a team. And looking at that team going like that, Jason Tatum having playoff experience already, kind of scary. Because I mean, look at look at the Sixers. I mean, the Sixers are a very good team. The Sixers damn well can win go to the finals and win it too. But they have a guy like James Harden who is prone to kind of choke in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
And then Milwaukee, they finally got over the hump. But do we know they're going to keep this consistency up? We don't know.
Thing is, with
It's and then Miami again. Miami looked like a top dog. Now they're fighting. They're losing their mind, and they're just slowly dying.
Mm-hmm. And the Miami Heat. Quick thing about them before everyone else gets their take. I mean, just Miami Heat. Okay, first seed, had a great season, dealt with a lot of COVID issues, injuries, all that. But this team is starting to get gassed out, like tired. Like I'm just saying, I'm not saying they're going to get first round exit, but I'm saying in the playoffs they're going to be really gassed because they play hard in the regular season and they're already starting to get cold and tired out.
And
but everyone,
y'all can make on the court as well. But
y'all
get to that later. I want to say this.
Take.
I am unsure right now because last time I saw the Celtics team versus my team was Christmas Day. And both of our teams were drastically different. Both of ours. So I don't know. This is a tough one. Because like we said, we got teams like the Sixers, the Bucks. You got teams like the Heat, even though they're cold, who had a great year. I don't know. I'm going as of right now until I face them. My opinion could change after April 7th when we play them. I'm going no as of right now. But I want to say it can change.
Donnie, how do you feel about this?
Man, that's tough. Man, they're doing things that the fraud Chicago Bulls were supposed to do.
Damn.
No, it's not even like me being mean. They're 0-16 versus the top teams in the NBA. That's all I need to say. They're not. They're pretenders.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I called.
I think the Celtics are the number 2 biggest threat in the East behind the 76ers and Milwaukee Bucks, who are both tied for 1 in my opinion.
Okay.
I think they could 100% make the conference finals. Like 100% make the conference finals. I might pick them to make the conference finals.
Dude, depending...
They could also 100% win the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, man, it's tough. I think another team that could be a really big threat in the East is the Raptors.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Cavs.
I think the Raptors, not for like to win the finals, but as
As a
team
Cinderella team, like
as a Cinderella team that could like go to the conference finals and be like,
Hawks.
what the fuck are they doing here? You know?
the Hawks last year.
Yeah, of course. But I think the Celtics are damn good. They're proving my ass wrong. They're a damn good, well-run basketball team. And Derek White was a fantastic pickup, and nobody tell me otherwise. Derek White is a fantastic player. San Antonio, you're fucking stupid. You're stupid. You're fucking stupid for trading him.
And also, I want to say this one thing too. Since the last time oh my god, I say English. Since the last time the Celtics were under 500, they've only lost 3 games since when they were 24-25. They've only lost 3 games.
Do we know the 3 teams?
They lost to, I believe. Let me check for you. It was the Hawks, the Pistons. No, my bad. They've lost 4. I'm sorry. The Mavericks, the Pacers, the Pistons, and the Hawks.
Okay.
I remember
the Pistons
all 4
was
games.
before the All-Star break. We were just coasting to the All-Star break.
Yeah. B-Hub, Celtics fan. Thoughts, because we were complimenting you and not complimenting your team at the same time.
So a lot of things.
Taking the fan bias out of the way,
Please.
I'm going to say we are a top 3 threat. I'm not going to say we're the biggest threat right now because we are a team that gets hot in certain moments. I want to see us stay hot before the playoffs because if you saw, I believe it was 2021 last year, we went to the playoffs cold and we got ran out of the playoffs in 5 against the Nets. So I just want to see us continuously play like a basketball team. And I agree, the ISO ball is annoying, but we do it in different situations now. Now it's not just a whole offense is around just give the ball to Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown and stay away. Because Marcus Smart, I believe they had a intervention with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum telling him to pass the ball more. And ever since that, we got guys like Al Horford involved, who's shooting, I believe, like 40% from 3.
Yeah.
Big Al, he just works well in Boston. And a guy that's benefited the most of this is Robert Williams, Time Lord. He was around the 20s in the 18 or 17 NBA draft. And he's been one of the biggest steals for us in drafts, and he's benefited the most of this non-ISO ball play. We're playing defense. Peyton Pritchard is hitting 3s. Hey, that white boy can shoot. And and I believe if we can go into the playoffs the way we are, we can make a deep run. And people forget, we've already had 2 Eastern Conference Finals with the Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combo. So we have the playoff experience. One time we lost to the Miami Heat, who was just a Cinderella team in the bubble, who had Jimmy Butler, great defense. And we also lost to the Cavs with LeBron. And, yeah, it's LeBron. You lose to LeBron in the playoffs when he was in the Eastern Conference. So I just got to see.
Wasn't that the last time, too?
What'd you say?
Wasn't that the last time he was in the Eastern Conference, too?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was the last playoff series win as the East player.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey,
that was a tough day for me.
I'm sorry.
You didn't have to deal with Kawhi Leonard, so I don't want to hear pain.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with Kawhi
I was talking
Leonard
about
in that run.
the NBA Finals in 7.
Bro, me and MG both got hurt by Kawhi that same year. His was worse than mine.
No.
But, bro, I feel bad for MG the most from that Kawhi. But
I don't care.
B-Hub, your biggest hope is that the Bucks and Sixers play 2 of your toughest opponents in the play and wear each other down. That's your biggest hope.
Like, I care about him as a friend, but his team, I don't care if they lose.
No, I don't give a fuck if they lose either.
Hey.
But I care about him.
Hey, Kawhi made a damn good shot. Like,
dude.
Feelings mutual, but look, bro.
But
the Celtics beat us in the playoff series. I'm gonna cry. That's just gonna cap off all the pain I've dealt with. The Sixers.
Hey, if we beat you again, you might fire your coach again and blame it on the coach.
Hey, true.
Oh, well, by the way, I wanna re-upload that video, MG. The one me and MG had one episode where It was just me and him. Hayden had to go differently. Where
Um,
I absolutely tore into the 76ers. That was probably the best episode me and MG have
Find it.
had. Just
Hey,
us two.
find it
it's
for
on
me.
Spotify.
Send me the link, and I'll upload it and put a thumbnail.
Maybe
I
we'll
can
put it
do
on TikTok.
It's on
No.
Spotify.
It'll be a throwback Thursday in the middle of July.
No, in July.
We gotta drop that soon. We got before the playoffs start. We're gonna drop it's gonna be a Spotify episode, so our face cams are not gonna be on it. You're just gonna hear our voices, but
I kind of
definitely.
want to throughout the year, like this upcoming year, just drop throwback Thursdays from the Spotify.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Hell
Oh
no.
my god.
Yo, I listened to
Dude,
some
the
of our.
bubble run where you bitch out Danny Green.
Oh, when we lost game 5, I lost my shit.
Very
That was
since
one
we're
of
on
my
this topic
favorite
real quick,
episodes.
before we go back to the actual topics,
Daniel Red.
I had a day where I listened to a lot of our old podcast episodes
Send me
on my
the
way to
link.
going somewhere.
Send me the link.
Spotify episode days, man. Y'all gotta check it out, bro. It's been
Oh,
like
Those are the
send me
best
the
days.
link and I'll post it in my community tab.
this is the Spotify for it. Before we moved over to YouTube, check that
I
out.
kind of want to
We
continue
are
the
completely
Spotify.
different. Completely different. It's crazy, bro.
Oh my
Crazy.
god.
Our voices went from. Oh, Hayden's just.
What up, bitch?
No,
But
let's get back. Isaiah, what's the next thing on this agenda?
Teams up, baby.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, to my favorite part of the episode, my overreactions, my underreactions. We haven't done this in a very long time, and I want to start this thing off. Overreaction, underreaction. The the Bucks are the best team in the East right now. Underreaction, overreaction. MG,
I want to go last.
you know what?
they're 8-2 in the last 10 games.
The best team in the East right now,
That's right.
this day.
I'm going to slap you. You say
The best team in the Eastern Conference right now, and we're and just overall, the best team in the over the last month has been the Boston Celtics in the East. I'm sorry,
Yes.
but right now the best team in the Eastern Conference is the Milwaukee Bucks.
So
At
it's
least for
an
the
underreaction.
It's going to be an underreaction because over the course of the regular season, I'm a dire Sixers fan. In my heart, I'm going to say the Sixers are the best team in the fucking world. I don't care if the Suns got 60 wins. In my heart, obviously, I'm going to go with my guys. But realistically speaking, the Bucks and the Sixers, we've been good lately. We had a couple of bad losses, but we've been winning a lot. But the Bucks, just overall as a team, first off, when their guys are healthy, and when I talk about their guys, when Holiday, Middleton, Giannis, and Lopez are all healthy, they've lost like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah.
So when they have their core together, they're a winning organization, and they're tied for the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference right now with the Sixers. And I know the Miami Heat are great, but I just think the Bucks, you got an MVP candidate. You got Middleton, who I don't think he should have been an All-Star.
He's been playing great since All-Star break, might I add.
But Middleton is
Jaylen
still a
Brown
great player.
Middleton.
You got Holiday, who puts up 20 points a game with lockdown defense. You got great role players. Bobby Portis might be one of the. It's probably honestly, bro. Bobby Portis is probably one of the best role players in the league, bro.
We gotta pray to the Holy Portis real quick.
It's great. So when I look at the Bucks, they have star power, they have defense, they have 3-point shooting, they have energy, they have I don't know. The Bucks have it. They have a lot of things. I think their biggest weakness, obviously, free throw shooting. Giannis, even though he in the clutch he made his free throws, but still can be inconsistent there. Sometimes they can be inconsistent from 3. But other than that, the Bucks I think flat are the best team in the East right now. Now they've been the best team in the East when they won 60 games. And they were the 3rd best team in the East last year, and they won a championship. So what does this mean? I don't know. But right now, I think I had the Bucks as the best team. So underreaction.
Donnie, go.
Okay.
Donnie,
Okay.
Donnie,
Donnie, go.
go.
Donnie.
Come on, quick.
All right. So the best team in the Eastern Conference right now is the Milwaukee Bucks because they're 3 deep at big man. That's fucking ridiculous. They have 3 guys that can give you double digits a night. They
4.
traded for Serge.
4.
1, 2, 3. You're right. 4. I'm sorry. They have Giannis, Bobby Portis, Serge Ibaka, and Brook Lopez. Serge Ibaka was one of the most underrated gets at the trade deadline or free agency. I forget which one it was. I think it was trade, right?
Trade.
It was trade. Fantastic pickup. He's been playing like his old role player self on the Raptors. He's such a good fit for them. Javon Carter. Yeah, I love him. Javon Carter has been playing great as a defensive wing off the bench. Wesley Matthews, I fucking hate how good he's playing. He's been playing great defense since they signed him.
Yeah.
He's been a little cold streak shooting, but that's to be expected. He's a wing shooter.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have the best defensive point guard in the NBA in fucking Drew Holiday. They might be the best team in the NBA besides the Suns.
The Suns were better.
We might get a fucking rematch.
I want it. I want it.
Honest to God.
I want it.
And I might pick the Suns in 4.
Hey, stop it. That's what everyone said last year.
Just piss off. But this team is so deep, so well run. It's like a well-oiled machine. You can't fucking stop them until they fuck you in the ass. It's fantastically run.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, you can't stop them. It's rape.
B. Hubis.
Don't be biased.
Best team in the Eastern Conference, right? Obviously, you know who I want to say, but all bias all the way. What?
You want to say the Detroit Pistons?
No, I wanted to say the Orlando Magic. Come on,
you suck. You suck.
But it's the Milwaukee Bucks. They've been great throughout the whole season. They pretty much stole Serge Ibaka, like Donnie said. They've made Bobby Portis look like one of the best role players in the NBA, flat out. Period. His shooting has been phenomenal. He's rebounding very well, and he's actually scoring on this team at a good rate. So I'll say it's the Milwaukee Bucks. They're just deep. Pause.
That's it.
All right, now going into my next question.
Hey, you have to.
You have to answer the question.
You got to answer the question.
Not the next question yet. You got to tell us.
Yeah, and then I'm answering the question, and then
who's the best team in the East?
Forgive me. The best team in the East? I say Milwaukee, 100%. It's an underreaction. Milwaukee Bucks are deep, very deep. And this team just keeps getting deeper and deeper. Again, adding Serge Ibaka was a great pickup for them at the trade deadline. Their chemistry is on point. They've been building this team for a very long time. And now that they've won that title, this chemistry is tighter than tight. And who knows? Maybe Milwaukee back-to-back champions.
Hey.
Hayden?
What am I supposed to say? The Bulls? Fuck no, they're frauds. It is the Milwaukee Bucks. And let me tell you why. Donnie mentioned the big men. Giannis was out versus the Wizards. Giannis and Middleton was out. We took care of business. But let me tell you how our big men do. Bobby Portis had 11. Brook Lopez 13. And coming off the bench, Serge Ibaka had 11. All three of them, double-digit points. And imagine if you get Giannis in that rotation, add Middleton back. This is a great team. You're coming back with basically the best team I have seen us have ever. This could rival. I'm about to say it. This could rival the Big O and Kareem team. This team.
All right.
Man.
I'm serious.
Oh, wait, that's okay, Donnie. Because Donnie, that's okay. Because in a couple of years, Giannis is going to be a Laker.
Hey!
What?
Right?
Hey.
Stop it!
That's
no, but, dude, this is a definite underreaction because you have a great team and yet you still got shooters like Grayson Allen. Pat Connaughton coming off the bench, great defender.
Grayson Allen.
Oh, fuck
Grayson
Allen. He's
Allen.
a bitch, but still, he's a great shooter for us coming off the bench. Good. What can I say? And also,
I agree with
Bobby
the Chiefs
Portis,
head for once.
I love what Bob. I saw this yesterday, and then we'll move on. Bobby Portis said, "I will gladly be the sixth man if it means we win." Team
I mean, he was the sixth man last year, and you guys won the NBA.
But
Finals.
he is having a career year because of sadly Brooks' injury, and he said, "I'll gladly go back on the bench and have Brooks start because this team is better with Brooke on the court than we are when he's off. The defense is different."
Yeah, maybe Joel Embiid wouldn't have dropped 40 if Brook played, huh?
Like, I'm serious. Like, because Giannis said himself, Bobby said himself, the defense is so much different when Brook's not on the court.
If y'all don't know, last time we played the Bucks, Embiid had 40.
Hey, he's
They had
going to
no.
have under 30 when we play you on Tuesday.
I don't want to talk about Embiid.
Okay,
He
I
kind of
ain't
failed.
talking trash. I'm just saying
I'm
that.
just saying. We'll have
I'm
some
just-
fun. We're going to have some fun, MG, on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right.
But Isaiah, what we got?
Now, for the next over under reaction, we're gonna go in the NFL. You know how it be. Are the Chiefs in danger? Are the Chiefs now? They got now looking on the outside, looking in. Are they a team that has to be worried?
Shit. I'm gonna.
All right,
And
so
I'll start,
look.
we'll start off with Hayden. You went last time.
Yeah.
Are the Chiefs endangered right now? Underreaction, overreaction?
I'm going over because, hear me out, even though they lost Tyreek Hill, even though the AFC West got worse, I still could see them as a number 2 team. AFC West got better. My bad. Yeah, thank you. I can still see them. You still got Patrick Mahomes under center. You still got Andy Reid. You still got Travis Kelce. Don't forget they had a great young center who I wish we drafted. Who I'm saying next year will be the best center in the NFL.
Okay.
You have a great team. I think the Chargers will win the division. I don't know how I feel about the Raiders because of their O line and how they can protect Carr. I gotta say,
Their O line was good. Was the best. It was good last year.
I know, but like with this AFC West now, where you got elite pass rushers, you got to deal with. I could still see the Chiefs being the number 2, and I think this is an overreaction because, like Donnie said earlier, way earlier in the podcast episode, you're just rebuilding. Not rebuilding, reloading. It may take a year, but you're still reloading.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, Bartholomew, underreaction, overreaction.
I have a question to your question. So you're talking about this year, if it's going to affect them, right?
Yes, this year.
Then it's a underreaction because they're not going to be as good as they were last year. They're going to, of course, they could, do well with these draft picks, but losing Tyreek Hill is a big loss in their offense. But Travis Kelce can mitigate that with how great of a tight end he is. But I think the Chiefs will take a step down. They'll still probably make the playoffs, but if we're talking in the sense of are they going to be the same team? No. Will they get a few more losses? I believe so. I think they'll be like a 9 to 10 win team personally and still make the playoffs. So I'll say it's an underreaction because Tyreek Hill, fastest player in the NFL, makes Patrick Mahomes look a lot better than he is. Not to diss Patrick Mahomes because he's one of the best talents the NFL has ever seen. When you have a top 3 wide receiver, it helps you.
It does. Isaiah, how do you feel about this?
Honestly, quite honestly, how I feel about this is I feel like it's an overreaction. I still believe that the Chiefs are good, but I think, no disrespect, I think the Chiefs are going to get 4th in the division. But from first to last, I think it's going to be a 1-game differential. I feel that the Chargers are going to win the division this year, and it's probably going to be like a two-way tie for second, and then the Chiefs at the bottom. But I feel that it's going to be a very tight contest of the AFC West, and being fourth place in that should not be anything out of the ordinary. Be ashamed of, because I still feel like they could go into the playoffs and make it to the division, maybe the AFC Championship again. You still got Patrick Mahomes. This team didn't lose a fucking franchise quarterback. They lost a top 5 wide receivers. I mean, that's a big loss, but you also still have the best tight end in the league.
Exactly.
And we don't know what they're gonna draft. So I'm gonna still say they're gonna be a good team. So I'm in the middle.
Okay.
I feel like they could, but they got,
MG.
The Chiefs being in danger, is that an overreaction or underreaction? I'm gonna go with this a slight underreaction. See, even though I think obviously money wise the trade works for them when we're talking about Tyreek Hill, but we're not just talking about the Tyreek Hill trade anymore. Now we're opening a new can of worms. We're talking about a whole different conversation. We're talking about the division. We're talking about their opponents the upcoming season. We're talking about other holes on their team, not outside of the wide receiver position that they still haven't filled yet. So we can't really, judge them fully. But I think it's an underreaction because people had to realize that just because you have Mahomes, it's not always gonna be all right. We seen Desean Watson, and it's ironic. I'm gonna use him as a comparison at these times, but he had his career season, and the Texans went 4-12. Now, I'm not comparing the teams. I'm just saying, just because you have a great quarterback who put up great numbers doesn't mean your team is going to be okay. And I think this season, they're going to drop down a little. They're still going to be in that playoff hunt. Still probably going to make the playoffs. Every team in that division can make the playoffs. But they're in a little bit of danger because Justin Herbert is only getting better. Justin Herbert just came off a season throwing for 5,000 yards. And he's going to get better from that.
Yep.
Got a guy in Derek Carr, who he's not a Justin Herbert, not a Patrick Mahomes, but he's a guy who's going to fight for his team. He's going to lead his team. I think we all felt that last year when the Raiders had their coach get fired, the number one receiver go to jail, another corner on their team got kicked off the team and could have possibly went to jail for his actions. Derek Carr's a leader, so he's going to be in that division. And then Russell Wilson, is he the same? A lot of people have that question. He might not be the exact same when it comes to his highest peak, but he is still let Russ cook Wilson. He's still one of the most talented quarterbacks ever, and one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Still a top 6, top 7 quarterback in football right now. So when you got all of that, yes, the Chiefs are in danger. So much firepower. Devontae Adams in that division now. So the Chiefs are in a slight danger because what you have in that division coming at you, the Chiefs still have the target on their back because they're the division winners. So with the target on your back, you got 3 locked and loaded rosters ready to come at you. I think the Chiefs will still be in that playoff hunt. They'll still have some success, but they are in a little bit of danger because of the talent around the division. And that's just what I think. But Donnie, you're a Chiefs fan. This is part of the reason why we brought you on to have these types of conversations. So the floor is yours, buddy.
Okay, so are the Chiefs in danger? Yes and no. I think it's a slight overreaction. I think the Chiefs are still going to win the division. I think the Chiefs' offense might be better this year than it was last year because, let's be honest, last year the offense was not good. It wasn't good. It really wasn't.
It had its moments.
It had its moment. Yeah, it has moments. But like when you bracket up Hill and Kelsey, it's what? Okay, we're throwing it into the grass. There's the offense. Congratulations, guys.
I feel like it got stagnant. Yeah. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was very stagnant.
Yes.
It was like Isaiah's sex life. Very stagnant.
Fuck you.
And I think going into this year, I think our defense would be better. I think as it stands right now, I think like with the roster currently as it stands right now, when this podcast is being recorded, they'll finish second in the division. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They'll finish second in the division to the Chargers. I think after all the moves, after all the draft, and like there's still some free agents out there that can help you and all that. Maybe some trades that can help you. I think they'll finish first in the division again. I think Mahomes will show that he's not just a product of Tyreek Hill. I think it will show that Tyreek Hill is a product of Mahomes and that system that Andy Reid did. Even though he's still a great wide receiver, I think he's going to dearly miss the arm of Patrick Mahomes, even though Tua's still still a great quarterback. No, not a great quarterback. Good quarterback that can get you the ball still. Mm-hmm. I think people are also forgetting that we did invest entirely in the O-line last year. And it was a top 5 offensive line at the end of the year, and it's only going to get better. So I think that's going to help us really good going forward. What this boils down to is how does Andy Reid adapt the offense with the loss of Tyreek Hill? Because you're not going to see a lot more too high, and if you get like 4 or 5 wide receivers to do the that do all the different traits that Tyreek Hill does, this offense could be more diverse, more how you'll say Tom Brady like, not like in the way like he had like 5 different guys that you never fucking heard of, and he threw the ball to them, and he always got the offense going. And then I think this front office's main focus this offseason is going to be, hey, let's put everything we possibly have into the defense and just make it as good as we can. I don't think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
I do not think we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. I think next year we will. But this year, this is more of a reload year. You got to reload.
Exactly.
But I say that they rebuilt this defense in 2019 and still won the fucking Super Bowl. So anything's possible.
So what you're saying...
What?
So what you're saying is this is a year like the Warriors did after they lost to the Raptors. You reload, let them develop, and then come back strong.
No, but the Warriors absolutely sucked.
They had injuries, Hayden. They
missed the playoffs for 2 years straight. After
it's more of like what year did the Patriots not go to the Super Bowl and then win the Super Bowl? It's one of those in between years.
It's the year the Broncos and Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Exactly, 2015.
And the Panthers and Broncos.
Did a little bit of a reset year, got their O-line coach back, did all that bullshit, and then won the Super Bowl. I feel like that's what the year we're going into.
Okay.
And I'm fine with it because I've seen enough of these years as a Chiefs fan. It's fine. If we do win the Super Bowl, everybody shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of my face. I don't want to ever talk to you ever again.
I will be my last time we were on here. I made a stupid take about Patrick Mahomes. I would never hear that.
Don't bring it up. Hey. Please don't. Now,
Isaiah.
All right. Now for the last over and under reaction.
Okay.
Was this episode of WMG overreaction, underreaction?
Oh, first off, this is an underreaction. First off, this episode was a dub. I mean, look, we got a talking couch to come talk about sports. What other podcast is doing that?
Wait. We're not going to talk about the Western Conference?
Oh no, we're fucking the Western Conference.
We're not talking about the fucking not the Lakers specifically, but I feel like there's a lot of interesting stuff to cover in the Western Conference.
Oh well, we can if you want. I've been wanting to talk about this team for a very long time. I'm glad you brought this up, Donnie.
Yeah, I want to.
The Timberwolves are gonna fucking break somebody in the postseason.
I called that shit, and I want fucking credit.
All right,
motherfucker! I called that shit before you called that shit, and he called that shit. So shut up.
I called that shit back in fucking McDonald's years. All right, but look at this. I have now this one. Underreaction, overreaction. Are the T-Wolves one of the hot teams going into the postseason? Could they knock out one of these top-seeded teams going into the postseason? Underreaction, overreaction. MG.
Start with B-Hub.
B-Hub.
It is a underreaction because I think, realistically, this team could beat the Warriors because they don't have size, and James Wiseman is not going to be there for that whole series, and Cat will completely destroy them, in my opinion. So I think that team, size-wise, matches up perfectly with them. You have Patrick Beverly you can put on Curry. Klay Thompson, he had a great game tonight, but I don't know if he could be that great of a guy in the playoffs. You have D'Angelo Russell. He knows the Warriors very well. Used to be on that team. You have Anthony Edwards, first playoff series. Now, I think he would excel perfectly in that scenario when they have no size, get some dunks, get some and ones, stuff like that. And I think the Timberwolves could be a specific team as the Warriors. Specific.
B-Hub. I'm going next. I don't care, bruh. Okay. First off, let's talk about the Timberwolves, sir. We're going to talk about B-Hub's take of the Timberwolves being the Warriors in a second. Just one second. We're going to wait on that, B-Hub. We're going to wait on that. Can the Timberwolves upset a team? They could. I don't think they will. I'll say, is it an overreaction or underreaction that they will upset someone? I don't really know. Because like I said, they could, but I don't think they will. They have the talent. I'm going to say, I guess it's a slight overreaction because I don't think they will. But I want to get to B-Hub's take about the Timberwolves. Now, the Timberwolves have been a great team this year. Karl-Anthony Towns, great player. The only time we've seen him in the playoffs, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. He didn't. Let's just say he didn't well. Let's just say that. Let's just say that they're a young, inexperienced team. Last time we see D'Angelo Russell in the playoffs, he wasn't really showing up. Jared Dudley had better moments in the playoffs than him. I'm joking, but D'Angelo Russell.
Motherfucker, you better give me the next one. I swear to God, I'm going to destroy this take in 3 seconds.
Anthony Edwards.
Bro, this is funny. We're going ahead.
Anthony Edwards. We haven't seen him in the playoffs. Not going to judge him. When we talk about Cat, now, great players are going to be great. Cat, obviously, is going to have a better playoffs than he did last time. But Patrick Beverley guarding Steph Curry, that's not happening. I had to do some quick research, and Patrick Beverley, in his career of guarding Steph, has allowed Steph to score 25 points per game, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds per game. Steph Curry has had a 40-point game against Patrick Beverley, a 38-point game versus Patrick Beverley, a 34-point game, 50 million, 20-plus point games. He's had three double-doubles against Patrick Beverley. So, Patrick Beverley, his a little chirp mental, that's not going to work with Wardell Stephen Curry II. So, I don't know, man. I don't think the Timberwolves, I think they've been performing, but when they go up against the top of the top teams, and as long as they get Steph Curry back, the Timberwolves will not beat the Warriors. I think the Timberwolves can get a game or two. I'll say Warriors in 6, maybe Warriors in 5, but I think they could. I don't think that's going to happen, man. I don't think that's going to happen.
But okay,
no.
But okay, before Donnie goes, I actually want Donnie to go last because he's been very, very on this, very big on this Timberwolves train.
I have 4 takes on 4 teams from the West, so it's gonna be a bit.
So, but before they wouldn't be playing the they wouldn't be playing the Warriors. They would be playing right now. The playoffs started today. They would be playing the Memphis Grizzlies, the second-seeded Grizzlies. And this, honestly, I'm gonna say it's another reaction. I think Ant and these boys up in Minnesota, they could take out a team like the Warriors. They could take out a team like Grizzlies. They have the team to do it. Could they do it? I'm more or less on MG's side of it. I don't think they can. They probably won't, but I believe they can. And
I think they could.
It could happen. But Hayden.
Oh, don't mind me. I was just eating some popcorn during this whole debate. On the podcast, I called this. Like, I straight up said, the Grizzlies will not Grizzlies. T-Wolves will be a playoff team, and they'll be the 7th seed. I got the seeding and the playoff prediction right on here, and I think this is an underreaction. And I agree with MG and Isaiah here. I think they'll lose in the first round, but I think they'll put up a fight. And if they were playing the Warriors, I would go with T-Wolves here. I agree with T-Up if they play the Warriors, but if they play the Grizzlies, I'm going Grizzlies.
So why do they beat the Warriors, Hayden?
Because fun fact for all you guys, the Warriors have been inconsistent as fuck. They'll go one day losing to the Magic, next day beating the Heat, and then losing to the Hawks. That's the past 3 games.
So I'm gonna bring some up to you.
I can't trust an inconsistent team.
The Warriors actually, the only reason why they've been having inconsistencies is because they missed Draymond for months and they missed Steph Curry now. So obviously, without 2 of your most important players, you're obviously not gonna be the most consistent team in the league. And when the Warriors were healthy, they started off the season as the number 1 seed in the East over the Phoenix Suns. Now, obviously, the Suns took the league by storm. Or the West, excuse me. See, y'all got me heated. Y'all got me forgetting conferences, bro. But and the Warriors are in the freaking Ukrainian conference, but
Ukrainian 7.
Oh my God!
But yeah. So, but the Warriors. The reason why they've seemed to be inconsistent. They distract me, but the reason why the Warriors have been inconsistent because they have not been fully healthy with Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and God knows how long. So, the Timberwolves, I want to say it again, no disrespect, they have some solid young talent, But the last time we seen some of their guys in the playoffs, they didn't perform well. And when you got a healthy Warriors team, the depth, when you got Jordan Poole also, you got Wiggins, you got Kuminga playing well. I just don't trust their depth. I don't trust the freaking Timberwolves' depth. Malik Beasley can go from a 20-point game to a 0-point game like this. So we want to talk about inconsistencies. I don't see it. But
You know what?
anyways, you guys can go.
Easily in the trade.
Before Donnie goes,
Okay.
I am saying this now. The
Oh,
T-Wolves will go to the conference finals and lose to the Suns in 6 bucket.
Somebody write that down.
Hey,
Somebody write that down.
I'm clipping this. I clipped this. I already clipped this.
Bucket.
Isaiah, would you mind doing me a favor and sending that to me, please? I have things that I think I need to do with that clip. So
Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down. Write that down right now. Write that down right now.
No way. I'm writing this down.
I am confident as fuck, and if not, go watch the TikTok of me shaving my hair in June.
All right then. Now let's get to the real part because I really want to hear this. Donald. Now.
The Warriors better pray to God they don't see the Timberwolves in round 1. They better pray to God they don't see the Timberwolves in round 1. Because I think the Timberwolves can not only beat the Warriors, I think they will beat the Warriors in 7 games. I don't think it's going to be like a dominant win, but I think they have the perfect team to match up what the Warriors do blow for blow, size for size. They have the size that the Warriors do not. They have the defense. They've been playing some of the best defensive basketball over the past 11 games. The Warriors have not. The Warriors are going into the playoffs unhealthy. I'm not done yet. Hold on. I'm not done. So basically, I don't think it's a good possibility that the Timberwolves will beat the Warriors. I think it's a great possibility that the Timberwolves will take the Warriors if they face, in the first round, 2-7 games.
And win.
Now, as it current stands, Memphis in 5. But because Memphis is a terrible matchup for the T-Wolves. It's absolutely dog shit. It's like MG looking at Hayden and being like, "Man, that's dog shit," like something like that. And that's my take. I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't. I'm not gonna bet my hair on it like dipshit up there. Hey. But I think they can. They can beat the T-Wolves. I think they can beat the Warriors. And I've already heard MG's several arguments about this. I don't want to hear him again because he's going to make the same point. And I think it's a good argument. I think it's a very good argument. I respect his argument. I respect his hairline too. It's better than Hayden's.
Hey.
And
that McDonald's hairline, boy.
Yo, let me put this hat back on, dog.
I think that is my take on the T-Wolves. I've been saying that this T-Wolves... Oh, that's beautiful. That was beautiful. I think this T-Wolves team could be the next Grizzlies if they play their cards right in this upcoming offseason, getting guys that fit their system well. Now, my next take. Watch out for the Denver Nuggets, because this team's ridiculous. Boogie has been playing like a motherfucking. That doesn't make any motherfucking sense. Don't worry about it. If they get back Jamal Murray and MPJ, they might go to the fucking finals.
All right. About the Nuggets. Now, I don't necessarily agree or disagree with you. All I'm going to say about that one is I love the way Nikola Jokic has been playing. Bones Highland and DeMarcus Cousins need to do this in the playoffs because if they do, watch out for Denver. And they need to get Jamal Murray back on the court as soon as possible and need to get him up to speed as best as they can. Because you still got teams like the Grizzlies, like the Suns, the Warriors, the Timberwolves that you guys love. So the Nuggets, they got to get Jamal Murray on the court as fast as possible and get him up to speed. So I love the way Jokic has been playing. Bones Highland and DeMarcus Cousins, they're the 3 best players on the team this season. 2 of them come off the bench. So.
Okay.
And
what a great nickname.
That is my take on the Denver Nuggets. Another take. I think this Pelicans team is in a better position to win without Zion than with Zion. I think they're going to trade Zion this offseason
Lakers.
for a haul. Shut up. For a haul that's Herschel Walker or James Harden like.
Wait, which James
And
Harden?
First,
the fucking
the 6 first-round picks to the Houston Rockets, James Harden
Yeah.
trade.
And
And
I'm
that's when
gonna
they
hurry this
trade
up because
Zion,
MG
right?
looks like he's about to pass out. So my last and final take.
Okay.
I'm listening to my video.
I think the Suns might lose in the first round.
I love it. I
No,
love it. I
no,
love it.
no,
I love it. I
no,
love
no.
it.
We
I
know
love it. I
we
love
can't.
it. I love
No,
it. I
we
love it.
can't
I
leave
love
on
it.
that. We cannot leave on that. We can't.
We gotta leave on it.
No, it's not over. No, MG, you gotta say something. You gotta say something. MG, just say
In my
something.
wildest dreams, they're not going to lose in the first round.
Oh
I
my
think,
god.
You
I
got
think,
me
I think,
for a second, bro.
I think the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, not the. Excuse me. I think the Phoenix Suns will sweep all their playoff matches.
Ooh,
I think they'll
it's
sweep
gonna
all the
hurt.
playoff
Do
matches.
you think they're gonna do what the Lakers did?
Yep, I think they're that good of a team. They're playing some of the best basketball I've seen in the past 5 years.
What do you mean? They're gonna
They are-
lose to the T-Wolves in the second round.
I gotta
Johnny, I think the Grizzlies can give the Suns 6. I think the Warriors, talent-wise, Warriors could give the Suns 7.
T-Wolves
I,
winning 7.
It's not even a crazy take because that's how good the Suns have been.
Yeah.
But look,
Yeah, they
but Donnie,
agree, right?
Donnie, I want to put a counter argument to what you're saying. They're the best team in the league right now. But the last 4 seasons, the last 4 teams have the best record. 2020, 21 Jazz lost in the semifinals. The 2019, 2020 Bucks, they lost in the semifinals. The 2018, 2019 Bucks lost in the conference finals. The 2017, 2018 Rockets lost in the conference finals.
This team is better than all those teams combined.
Yeah. I want to.
That's how good this team is.
I
gotta say something else about the Suns.
What?
Real quick. Hand Monty Williams Coach of the Year right now.
I agree.
Oh yeah,
There's
100%
I
right now.
want to say this.
Give it to Monty Williams right now.
Since the bubble, the Suns have won 111 games.
Oh my
20 finals?
God!
What's their
Jesus
overall record?
Christ. Like it's 111 to 33
Yeah.
over the past years.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
didn't they go 10-0 in the bubble too? They still didn't make it.
8-0.
All right. So is everybody tired? Everybody tired?
All right,
Go
all right.
to bed.
So I know how
fucking
we get to
trash
end this episode here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. Episode 67, man, what a great episode! It was fun. It was amazing. The ending was great. And round of applause to all of us. I did a one-handed clap.
I want to thank Donnie for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Donnie, for joining us once again.
Yes, sir.
And, as always, if you guys want to follow Donnie on Twitter, put his Twitter link in the bio. And thank you guys so much for watching again. And as always, what goes around comes around. Thank you to my 3 amazing, beautiful co-hosts and Mr. Donnie for coming in. And as always, guys,
Goodbye.
Yee.
Oh, yeah.
Yee.